All this week, we've been talking about how one of the ways that the Spirit of God talks to you is through your thoughts. But there are a lot of Christians who are really uncomfortable with that statement. There are Christians who believe that the only way that God speaks to us today is through the objective truth of the Bible. And that somehow if you say God speaks through your thoughts, that is just highly subjective and very experiential and can lead you to go off on a tangent and maybe mess up your life. But it's interesting to me that those same people believe that Satan speaks to you through your thoughts. They call it temptation. So why is it that we believe that Satan will put thoughts into our minds that lead us away from God, but we don't believe somehow that the Spirit of God who lives in us will put thoughts in our minds to lead us to God? Have you ever prayed something like, "Lord, is there anything in my life that's displeasing to you?" And all of a sudden some sin pops into your mind that you've committed you hadn't confessed? The Spirit of God just spoke to you through your thoughts. Have you ever prayed something like, "Lord, is there anyone that I need to pray for today, or anyone that I need to talk to about Jesus?" And all of a sudden some name pops into your mind? That's the Spirit of God speaking to you through your thoughts. You see, every Christian experiences the Spirit of God putting thoughts into our minds. But now, is there any way to discern whether or not these thoughts that are coming into our mind are from the Spirit of God, or whether or not they are thoughts that Satan is putting into our mind, or whether they're just thoughts that I myself am generating? The answer is yes. The Bible teaches us that we can test these things, and we need to test these things. And so we test it by the Word of God. The Spirit of God will never put a thought in your mind that would contradict the Scriptures. Second of all, the Spirit of God will never put thoughts in your mind that would somehow fulfill the desires of your old flesh or your old nature. Now, over the next week, we're going to continue talking about other ways that the Spirit of God will speak to us, and we're going to talk about some other tests that you can apply to know whether or not it's God. But I want to leave you with some encouragement. The Spirit of God will speak to you today through your thoughts if you'll set your mind on Him, yield to Him, and you'll listen for Him.